Okay, so you feel one where and where? Okay, so you said that because you feel one there and you feel one there, they're called lip what?
Lip nipples.
Okay. I wasn't aware that those were called lip nipples. I will add that to my vocabulary. Hey Glam Fam, it's Alexandria and Linwood, and today we're going to be doing, we're right here boo, we're right there we go, there's a mirror over here y'all know how easily distracted you can be. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a crochet hairstyle, and I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to have it one way or another, so I'm just going to opt for one and figure it out. But we are doing a crochet hairstyle with this hair here, which is the Kima Kalon, I hope I'm saying that right, hair, and I have it in the medium coil in short. So I know that sounds weird. It's medium in terms of tightness and short in terms of length.
It's very cute.
Yeah. So I got it in the 1B27, and before someone thinks like it's too grown, I just want to show you guys how similar it is to Zan's hair color. Look, blends right in. So that's why we're going with that, and it's rather short, which I rather enjoy. So it's got a good amount of length on it, but it's short. Yeah, let's not mess that up. But there's about 20 pieces in a pack for that. So we've got a pretty good amount of them over here already set up. Of course, as always, we have our Kindle Fire tablet to keep her occupied while we work. Well, it's a kid's tablet, that's why it's got all this extra stuff on it. And I will say, it's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I love you forever. It is fantastic for keeping little people occupied, which is exactly what it will be doing. So yeah, this hair, it's been a week since her last style, so it's really in need of some moisture. So we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. Alright, so without further ado, we will get started on this little person's head. Are you ready, Zan? Mm-hmm. Alright, let's do this. I forgot, in case you guys didn't catch by the whole lip nipple conversation, she is missing a tooth. She lost it today, so kind of exciting for her. I wasn't ready. I feel like she's growing up so fast. I was not ready, but obviously she was, so yeah. Alright, you guys, so we're back from the shampoo bowl, and she needed an extra dose of moisture on this hair. Anyone who has a baby with sandy brown hair knows how easily that hair can dry out, so we want to make sure we're constantly keeping that moisture balance really high. So I constantly hear people where they're like, oh, well, her hair texture is so soft, it's this, it's that, it doesn't have a tight coil pattern. But when it comes down to it, that sandy brown hair texture is more prone to matting and knotting than a lot of other textures. So you want to make sure that you're properly detangling, that you are taking some steps to keep that moisture balance high, and that you're using a good leave-in conditioner. So when I was shampooing, I went ahead and used Care's Hydrating Detangling Shampoo. I love it because it does exactly what it says. It hydrates and it detangles, okay? Then I followed up with Fremezi's Color Lover in their Moisture Rich Mask. This is one of my favorite conditioners to use in the salon as well as at home. And then of course you guys know at home a lot of times we use the high porosity products on her from Shea Moisture as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Denman, which you guys know I've used them so much the stuff always rubs off the back. I'm going to get a bit of leave-in, so I have Rust's Multi 12-in-1 leave-in, and it does quite a bit to detangle, to even out porosity, to even out your pH balance, all sorts of things. So we're going to go ahead and give that hair a mist of that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and work that through with my fingers, like a commercial, like all right, now I'll go ahead and detangle it, and then I'll come back to you guys when we're finished with that process. Alright, Glam Fam, so we're going to start off by parting around the parietal ridge, but instead of going as low as I typically would in the back, I'm actually going to cut through the crown. So the parietal ridge naturally sits a little bit lower, and I honestly want to bring this style up to the top. So I'm going to section off that top section, and the sides we're going to twist. I'm going to be using the Extreme Gel as well as some of the Nairobi wrapping foam with setting lotion added to it. Don't worry, I will have all of this stuff linked in the description box below. From there, I'm going to go ahead and place that gel around the outside edge, and we are going to put a little bit of foaming wrap on the remainder of that hair. From there, I'm just going to do a standard flat twist heading up towards the crown of the head. And I'm literally going to repeat this all the way around the section that I have loose. So we'll twist that to the end, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the very next section. As you guys can see here, Zan inherited my dips. No, that's not from tension or traction alopecia of any kind. That's just all natural, boo. She got blessed with her daddy's hairline. So we're going to go ahead and continue the same steps here. I like the wrapping foam with the setting lotion mix in there because it gives you the hold and the slip of a setting lotion while keeping that light feel of the wrapping foam as well. And it really allows that hair to swell out more than a gel would, so you still get that juicy, fluffy looking twist. So I'm going to give her a turn so you guys can see how these twists are looking once it's twisted and finished. And from there, we're going to go ahead and move to the top of her head. So what I'll be doing in the top of her head is 3 straight back twists. So basically, you're just going to go straight back, and we will go ahead and get that taken care of. Now, that doesn't take a ton of work, to be quite honest with you. This is literally just straight back twists, so nothing major there. Don't overthink it. The ends of the twist I'm going to leave twisted out just like everything else, because I'm actually going to incorporate those into the style to add extra fullness throughout the back, because you guys know how I am about little people with updos. I just love it. I think it's super cute. So we're going to continue that process in throughout there. And I'm going to go ahead and skip forward here so that way you guys can kind of see what's going on. So we'll finish out with those 3 twists just straight back like so. And now I'll go ahead and explain to you how I'm going to do these crochets. Alright, GlamFam, so I've finished those twists, and you'll notice I have 3 straight back twists right here. And they're pretty chunky. They don't have to be anything super slim at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those coils here, which came in the box that you guys saw earlier, and I want these babies to flow this way. You can put that back down so they don't see it from there. Thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, and typically you see people where they are taking these and doing them just one way. I honestly don't like to do them just one way, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed through here. Now, you don't have to make the twist super tight because we're using it for a crochet. So I'll go ahead and show you on this first one, and I'll slow down and explain to you exactly what I'm doing in case you've never done crochets before. So I'm going to go ahead and go through, twist, go through again, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and pull that baby down. Alright. So I'm going to do it just like that. Turn that head this way, please. They need to see. Alright, so I'm going to do it just like that, and that way it falls down towards her face. Now, the reason why I like to do it that way is because it's less likely to slip. So I'm going to first take my bands. Please don't pull that, Zandri. I'm going to take my bands, or my section of hair, separate it like so. Okay. You're going to open up your hook just like this and slide underneath that section of hair. Notice I've got it spaced out at least 1 inch. I'm going to hook that hair on there, close the latch hook, pull through, unhook the latch hook. From there I'm going to open that loop back up. I'm going to go ahead and go through once, and then I'm going to fold, or see, like, take it through, circle it around, go through a second time, and basically what that's going to do is it's going to make it less likely to slip. I see a lot of people that do these, and like, if you're not doing it to where it's less likely to slip, then you are more likely to have it slip. So then from there I can take it if I want to and separate it for more fullness, which is going to give me more of an individualized look. The reason why I like to have it done on the twist rather than on the braid is because, for one thing, the twists are a bit looser, and if you tilt this way, notice it doesn't leave as much of a noticeable line on there of demarcation, so that way I can easily have it flow from there and look a bit more natural than it typically would with a braid. Plus, in this instance, I only want her to wear it for about a week, so the less time that you need it for, then the less tension you need. Now, when you're doing any type of crochet braids, make sure that your braids are not super tight, because when you go and you pull that hair underneath, it is only going to make it feel tighter, and you can actually cause a lot of issues for the scalp if you are not careful. So we're going through, folding through again, just like that. Pull it right on through there. I'm just gonna pull that nice and tight. When I do that, I'm holding on to my twist so it doesn't slip. And we'll just push that off to the side. Now I'm gonna continue that process up here, and I'll brick lay them. So I'll do this one up a little further forward, and then I'll go perfectly in between those. So I want it to fill out that section of hair. So I'm gonna continue that, and I'll just do voiceovers for the rest. All right, so we're just gonna continue this process. Notice I have it sped up. But we're going to continue this process going through here. And remember, like I was saying earlier, you want to keep it about a 1-inch space between these, just because a lot of times I see people where they're putting them back to back, and honestly, they fill out quite a bit. So if you're putting them back to back, it's going to look like they have 22 bags of hair in the top of their head. I will be using just under 1 bag in her head, so it doesn't take a ton to get the job done. Oh, I sound like a little poet or something. Anyway, so now I'm going on this second row, and I'm perfectly bricklaying these right in between where the previous ones were crocheted. So that way we don't have any gaps where twists are showing, and it just helps out with giving a nice look of fullness. We'll do that all throughout the top of the head. Now, if you'll notice, the ends of those twists, I braided like just a little ways down and left the very ends of the twist loose, so that way it secures everything together without me having to rubber band anything or anything like that. I'm not a huge fan of doing like 20 rubber bands and all that craziness, so yeah. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and count these twists out, and I'm trying to find my center twist. If there's an even number of twists, you can pick either the inside two. In this instance, I did have one central twist, so I found that one there, and I'm going to wrap it around the braid just to kind of create a starting point. Otherwise, you'll have like a weird ending. Just trust me here. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and tuck these in some, and this is going to give me the beginning of the fullness that I want. From there, I'm going to go ahead and begin crisscrossing these twists. So I'll go ahead and bring over from the right, and then I'm going to pick up the first twist from the left and cross over. Go back to the second twist from the right, second twist from the left and cross over. So we're just going to continue that process until we run out of twists to cross over one another. So nothing too complex, but it's going to give you a nice degree of coverage and allow you to blend from the twists right on into these coils in the top rather nicely and seamlessly as well. So you guys can see once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and pin that underneath the other twists. So I have like these massively long hairpins, which I love them. They are excellent for updos. Like when I tell you they're life-changing, they're amazing. So sorry, I had to make sure you guys could see. These hairpins here, I'm just going to take them, anchor them up underneath, and I know it looks like it's a bit firm, but keep in mind her twists underneath there are loose, so this is not painful to put in there at all. From there, I'm going to 2-strand twist those ends, and then I'm going to just pin it underneath the coils, so that way it allows me to tuck those ends away, because Xandri's hair is significantly longer than the hair that we have added in, but I didn't want to give her super long hair and have her looking like she was trying to be grown, because y'all know I don't mind punching kids. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and pin that side together, and then we'll do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So you guys can see here, just 2-strand twisting that, and then from there we will go ahead and tuck those ends, secure, and pin it down, just to kind of give her a bit more coverage there. And it's really that simple. Once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and look at these twists. I'm pulling it out and looking for where it naturally separates, and then I'm going to separate them into two. Now, the reason why I do this is because if you just start separating hair, it gets really frizzy. So when you pull it out, you can see where there's any gap in the curls. If you don't see a gap, you don't have to separate that one. Just keep it moving. Trust me here, unless you want frizzy hair that looks a week old when you start, it's probably best for you to go ahead and do it in this manner. So you notice even when it got stuck there, I went ahead and went to the ends and then brought it back down. This allows you to easily transition from one space into the next. Okay, Glam Fam, so this is the finished look on Alexandria. Zan, can you look down for me? There you go. So you guys can see these curls and things up here. I love the way they look because they look like a rod set, and how they fade towards the ends like her natural hair does. Makes it look that much more natural to me. Then go ahead and turn. There we go. So here's a side profile. There's from the back. All right. And the other side. And then from the front. Alrighty. So Zan, you got a chance to see it. What do you think about it?
Cute.
You think it's cute? Anything else?
Adorable.
You think it's adorable? Okay. All right, Glam Fam. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, stay tuned. Look out for some more videos. Take care. God bless. Stay glam. And you know we love you, boo. Bye.
Daddy, why are your teeth a little bit yellow?
Well, thank you so much for calling me out on that. Thank you.